These tutorials are based on the work of Louis Crevan, an eminent scientist in France, on biological transmutation, but we'll start the initial part off with chemistry, just so we understand the differing angles and propositions that are coming into agriculture. So in simple terms, chemistry is the bonding or reaction of particular elements with other elements. So if we looked at this particular process, hydroxide plus hydrogen equals water, or hydrogen plus chlorine equals hydrochloric acid. Simple chemistry. Now this can create heat, cold, electricity, explosions, and the ultimate is to get to a point of stability. But nothing is really stable unless it gets to a point of absolute zero, meaning that absolute zero is a point where it gets so cold that even the electron stops spinning. Nothing reacts. So in soils, we have seen where we introduce acid and bring hydrogen ions, and we reacted with hydroxyl ions, and we make water, leaving free aluminium to bind with silica or phosphate depending on the makeup of the soil. So in this situation here, to give you an idea, we have phosphoric acid coming in. Simple terms like the soluble form of phosphorus acid and superphosphate. We see it binding with aluminium hydroxide, a part of the soil. And then we see the reaction here, and we get aluminium phosphate, which is ferrocite. So that's chemistry, and that's stability. Ferrocite is a very stable element. So the acid has exchanged its hydrogen ions, gone into a stable form, made water and aluminium phosphate. Very stable. These reactions are complicated somewhat when we add energy, such as electricity or maybe glucose, as a product of photosynthesis, or heat as seasons change, or light from the sun, to aid photosynthesis. This is only a fraction of the compounding energy sources such as fats, oils, complex carbohydrates. So what happens now is these complex biological systems have huge range of energy and mineral availability to access. So we've got a massive complex going on in the soil. This is where all life can transverse. What we see is the platform of settled science. Science as a whole does not like to transverse the systems they cannot control, which usually comes down to money. Biology have no inclination to the idea of what human concept of money is. All they appear to operate on is what works and what doesn't. So biology is not bound by human scientific convention. Why would they listen to mere scientists when they have originated as the earliest life forms on the planet? They react in life situations to such human intervention as poisons which may kill them. Yet if we leave them alone, or we bother to venture into their proliferation of life, which outstrips the concepts of control of man, with an open mind, we start to see things in a completely different light. And there are so many examples of what man cannot understand, or does not wish to. The first question that would beg an answer, and I don't expect one, is how did we get here? And who built the pyramids? This opens an enormous discussion based on opinions. The one thing that we can see is that we have here at present, and so are the pyramids. We're here, so are the pyramids. Well, I'm told that. I haven't seen the pyramids to feel them or touch them, but I've seen pictures and I've talked to people that have been there. There are results, and really, if we don't understand the mechanism but see the results, should we stop doing what we're doing if it works for us? I believe no. If you don't understand the life cycle of fish, does that mean you shouldn't go fishing and eat fish? So we need to get a broader understanding of what's going on in our soil, and don't lock it down to simple chemistry. Do understand the chemistry. Get the soil test and understand what's going on about the minerals in the soil and how much is there. But there are some underlying factors that we will discuss next.